Welcome back, everyone, to day 7. Incredible. We're on day 7 of the Do Good and Make Money Super Summit, and we are on the day of abundant life. So I am thrilled by all the feedback we've been getting from people about how much value you've been getting from all of the sessions. So please keep sending us your feedback, and we're delighted to serve you and give you amazing content so you can do good and make money in your own business. But today we are now on the track of scale to your first million. And I'm delighted to welcome James Burgess. So James, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Julie. Truly looking forward to this. Just a wonderful event, and I congratulate you in putting this all together over an entire week. Fantastic.
Thank you so much. So everyone listening, James is the managing director of Focus 31. He's an international best-selling author of Chaos: How Business Leaders Can Master the Power of Focus. Definitely something I need, James. So I'm super excited to learn more. He's a speaker, global business planning expert, and founder of Focus 31, an international management consultancy practice dedicated to small businesses. He's also the creator of the Focus Accountability System Protocol Business Plan Solution, which is a unique business planning program that is easy, fast, and sustainable, and entirely practical. We love practical on this summit. And it enables business owners to become laser focused on their business intentions and radically accountable for the work needed to achieve those intentions. He's also the creator of the Focus 31 Dream Consulting Experience, licensing opportunity for new businesses, management consultants to accelerate their growth. He's the fellow of the Institute of Canadian Bankers. He's a master practitioner of NLP, so that's neuro-linguistic programming, timeline therapy, and neuro-linguistic coaching. He's also certified by the American Board of Hypnotherapy and NLP as a hypnotherapy trainer. He graduated the University of Toronto in 1983 with an honors degree in commerce and economics. He joined the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce and enjoyed 22 successful years with CIBC, the last 10 as a senior leader of small businesses, responsible for a portfolio of $750 million and 30 direct reports. And he received the Chairman's Award on 3 separate occasions for performance excellence. He founded Focus 31 in 2006, and Focus 31 programs enable business owners to identify and focus on the right priorities, to think strategically, and improve the quality of their business decisions, generating greater financial results through radical focus and radical accountability. Wow, James, that's an amazing CV with lots of different facets to it. But I love that your business is called Focus 31. And that's what we're going to be doing today, because I know there'll be a lot of entrepreneurs on this summit. And if they're anything like me, that shiny object syndrome is a big problem. So delighted that you're going to be sharing with us how to create an annual business plan in 28.7 minutes, easily and fast. Wow. Well, if that doesn't give you focus, I don't know what will. And all of us need a business plan. So do you want to just jump right in, James, and let us hear your wisdom on how I can do a business plan in under 30 minutes? That sounds awesome.
Thank you very much, Julie. And unfortunately, now after that introduction, I've only got 5 minutes left, I think, based on our timing.
Don't worry, we've got plenty of time.
So just bear with me 1 second while I set up, ladies and gentlemen. It's wonderful to be with you. There we go. With the Do Good and Make Money Super Summit 2021, I commend all of you for participating. This is just a wonderful opportunity to just get a ton of information to get the year started. It's only February now. Lots of time to still consider new ideas to implement against, both for personal growth as well as your business growth. And so congratulations, and please, the key about attending a summit is not to attend the summit. The key is to take the information you gain, you garner, and put it into action. And so what I hope I share with you today is, certainly I know it'll be how to put everything you've learned into action for your business. And it's equally applicable, if you believe it or not, for personal planning as well. And truly look forward to sharing this information with you today. with how to create a business plan in 28.7 minutes, which is astronomical when you consider about it. Now, here's the thing. Invariably, we've had just some amazing speakers throughout the week, and we're going to have some more amazing speakers continuing on, and they're sharing lots and lots of really neat ideas. And I suspect much of the information is future paced, things that are going to be possible based on leveraging new ideas, new technologies. Well, I want you to sit back for just a moment, and I'm going to turn back time, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to grow your business, to double your revenues, to even triple your revenues in very short periods of time, leveraging the oldest tool known for business success, and that is a business plan. Having said that, I will be putting a brand new spin on it for you. So let's dig right in. You know, we all plan. You plan personally, mostly. You plan for your vacations. You plan for your retirements. Even if you're only 35, even now, you're still thinking about how you will plan for your retirements. And we plan for our children's education. So how is it that we fail to plan for the very way that we will generate the revenue for the household to take the vacation, to buy the sailboat for retirement, to send our kids to university? It has just over the years made absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. I've done some statistical analysis. It's very loose statistical analysis. And as Julie said at the outset, likely 100% of business owners believe they need a business plan. And based on my interaction with business owners, I'll argue 80% of the market has no business plan. 10% had one, and because it was big or created by somebody else, it sat in a credenza and collected dust. And another 10%, well, because it was created by somebody else, it never even made it onto into any kind of action, because the owner discovered, because it was written by somebody else, it just wasn't about them, and they lost interest in it, and they started carrying on helter-skelter as always. And so what I want to do is help you understand why we're in that predicament, and then show you the way to get clear of it. So we have a business plan, I believe, for 5 reasons. 1, we don't even know what a business plan really is. And by the end of this session, that will be answered. You've been told it takes too long. And in the traditional sense of business planning, yes, commonly 10, 25, even 50 pages is by any definition way too long. And we're going to show you how to do it easy and fast and, frankly, short. You don't even know who the business plan is for. I hear very often, well, I don't need a business plan because I'm not going to my banker to ask for a loan. And that's just nonsense. The business plan is for you to define your journey and how you will get to the destination. There was no, maybe your accountant said, don't bother doing a business plan because by tomorrow something's going to change and the business plan will become irrelevant so quickly. And yes, it's true. Again, if it sits in a credenza and is never revisited, it will in fact be a waste of time and never sustain. We're going to show you with 7 very simple steps how to sustain your business plan indefinitely. And finally, the one I love the most and I hear so often in one form or another is my business plan is in my head. Well, let me just share 2 images. You'll recognize the Mona Lisa by Da Vinci and the creation of Adam by Michelangelo on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. My question to you is, where would society be if all the great artists, all the great creators, all of the great technology development stayed in people's heads? We would not be where we are today. It has to be put in front of us because nothing is real until it can be shared with others. It's your business plan in your head is just stream of consciousness and is therefore subject to as much shifting as an amoeba under a microscope. Okay? So this, I love it. It's in my head, and it is complete and total nonsense. Your business plan cannot be in your head because you can't share it and therefore make it concrete. But what's the big deal? So I don't have one. Well, let me give you 5 reasons why I truly believe you want to have a business plan. Would you not want to clarify and achieve the future you believe in? Imagine stepping back for just a moment and looking out into that future and saying, oh boy, if I had the opportunity, I'd like to create and fill in the gap. That's what the business planning process allows you to do. You will, I mean, come on, I mean, there's no question when you're in a planned environment, you make better quality decisions. Whether you're a household with a budget plan or a business with a business plan, you all know you will make better quality decisions. You'll also focus on the right priorities. Stop doing the things that are easy to you and start working at the work that is truly impactful on the business. The major few, not the minor many. As well, you'll become a great strategist, excuse me. You are all amazing tacticians. Learn from the day-to-day grind of running your business every single day. But strategists, just not so much. And we'll show you just how easy it can be to become a great strategist. And finally, and likely the most important, you'll build a business based on continuous improvement. You see, well, I'll ask you, and you can muddle this over in your head as we continue on, but what is the relationship between status quo and business growth? Having a business in status quo and growing it, well, it can't happen, right? Because you have to be reinventing and continuously improving. In fact, I'll argue that if you think you have a business that's in status quo, you're actually in decline, because you must make the assumption that your competitors are continuously improving. They're coming after you. They will take your market share. It may not be apparent yet, and I regret it will become apparent in relative short order. So growing a business based on continuous improvement is absolutely critical, and it is one of the absolute biggest results achieved when you engage in business planning. Now, why is it easy and fast? Why is our system so easy and fast? Because we recognize it's not a process. It's not a tick box. You don't, get a business plan done and then mentally go, tick, done. This is about your business. This is about get it down first, then get it right by continuously engaging in your business plan. What I want to encourage you right now, right today, is to imagine an environment where, as a pyramid, if you will, your business at one peak, your business plan at another peak, and you at the other peak. It's a synergy. The business plan creates a synergy between you, your business, and the business plan, such that where no new ideas are being generated, then do what the business plan says to do in the business. Where new business ideas come to you that aren't now in the business plan, evaluate those new ideas. Don't knee-jerk. Evaluate the new idea against what is in the business plan and make a decision to move forward against that new idea for the business by putting it into the business plan. It's a synergy between all three with a strategy of get it down and continuously improve and get it right. Now, there are many components of a business plan. I'm going to suggest to you that the majority of them can be approached in a different manner. For example, cash flows, right? I'll see if I can spin back and talk about the idea of having a cash flow for your business plan. Right now, in this format, we don't need it. We want to get it down and we'll continue to get it right. So we have 6 critical elements or components to the business plan. You need a vision statement. You need a mission statement. They are completely different, and we're going to show you how to create both easily and fast. You need targets. Targets tell you how you are progressing to the destination. They do not set you up for failure. They set you up for success. It's like a tree falling in the woods with nobody there to hear it. Does it make a sound? Well, Not measuring your objectives doesn't change that there is an outcome being created. If you ignore it because you don't think you want to see it, it doesn't change. And you cannot evaluate what's happening and make decisions on what needs to be changed to change the outcomes. You need strategies. We'll talk about just how those are created easily and fast. And obviously then action plans become a critical portion of the business plan. The first four are passive. Create the vision statement and live to it. The mission statement, stay within the guidelines. Objectives, measure against some strategies. What is active are the action plans. The action plans are the continuous improvement. And then there's the difference maker, the absolute difference maker. Build a business plan with the intention of sustaining it as a business system. I'll give you those 7 secrets in just a few minutes. So let me give you a picture. Lots of, we all talk as speakers who talk about business planning that your business is a journey from one point to another to get to a destination. So I thought, what the heck? Let me explain all these elements of the business plan to you by actually taking a highway. Your vision statement defines the intention of getting from point A in the lower right to point B. Let's say A is Chicago and B is New York. We describe New York in our business plan because we know what it's like. We know that we can go on New Year's Eve and see the ball drop. We can go to all the Broadway shows. We have a sense of what New York is like. We'll get it even better once we get there. And that's what the vision statement is. It's a projection of what we think it will be like when we get to where we want to get to. The mission statement, they're the guardrails on the highway that keep us true to the journey. I'll explain that in a bit more detail. Objectives, well, they're the mile markers along the highway that show you how far you have gone. Strategies, well, that's the infrastructure of the highway. We can go further, faster, with less accidents and mishaps if the integrity of the highway is of the highest quality. And the action plans, well, that's just the movement of us along the highway, getting us to where we want to get to by moving the car forward. I hope that helps you see how each of these components come together. So let's get going. Remember, and I'm going to challenge you, and feel free to email me, james@focus31.com, anytime you see this presentation, because I said this was going to be easy and fast. And if it's not, you push back on me and say, that didn't sound easy and fast. I offer that all the time. Nobody has yet come back and challenged me on it. So let's talk about the vision statement first. Component number 1. The vision statement answers the question, what are you building? Oh my God, James, how am I going to answer that question and make it easy and fast? This is nonsense. There's no flipping way, dude. Well, we're going to take that big question and break it down into 5 smaller questions. How much, by when, doing what, for whom, where, or in what geographical marketplace? How much, by when, doing what, for whom? I'd like you all to say that with me. How much, by when, doing what, for whom, in what geographical location, or where? Now, those are still 5 pretty big questions, so I'm going to give you the answers. The by when, make it 3 years, not 5. 3 years is a time frame within which you can emotionally connect to the outcome you want to create. 5 years, that's just way too far away. Far too many influences given the global marketplace that we live in that can change things for us. Let's keep it short and yet still long enough that it gives us time to shift our business. The how much is the revenue you want to earn in the 3 years, not accumulated up to the 3rd year, just the revenue you want to earn in the 3rd year. Doing what? The service and products that you will serve, not now, but in 3 years. And the for whom is the statement of who your perfect customer is. Demographics, psychographics, even go so far as to creating an avatar with an address, the kind of cars that are sitting in the driveway, how many kids, what kind of bikes they ride, what kind of schools they go to. Like, you can really take it to an extreme. And finally is where. What is the marketplace you will be serving in 3 years. And there are 7 potential marketplaces. I'm going to give them to you: local, regional, provincial or state, national, continental, such as North America or Europe, and global or international. Well, hang on, that's 6. Oh yeah, the 7th is intercontinental. Intergalactic, my apologies, intergalactic. And who knows, maybe one day, as someone's watching this in 100 years from now, that may be in fact what's happening in terms of commerce. So for now though, let's focus on local, regional, provincial or state, national, continental, like North America, or international or global. Okay, so how much, by when, doing what, for whom, where? And I'm giving the answers. This will take you about 15 minutes to create. And here's an example, and take a screenshot of this. Like, within the next 3 years, grow ZTech into a $50 million global provider of integrated workflow management solutions for Fortune 1000 telecommunications, healthcare, and financial services company. How much? 50 million. By when? 3 years. Doing what? Integrated workflow management. For whom? Fortune 1000 telecommunication, healthcare, and financial services. And where? Global. All the elements are right there in a very simple paragraph that is absolutely tight and specific about what ZTech or ZTech is looking to create over the next 3 years. And I just want to point something out very quickly, that their perfect customer are Fortune 1000, et cetera, et cetera. That doesn't mean they won't serve other customers. This helps define marketing strategy for the marketing department. So this is who they're proactively going to go after. It doesn't mean that if a Fortune 2000 food services company comes to them and thinks that their workflow management will help them, that they'll decline to work with them. This is the proactive clients that they want. Reactively, they will assess whether or not they can help new clients outside of these parameters. Okay, great. Let's carry on. Second component is the mission statement. Completely different. As I said, this is the guardrails that keep you true to your intentions. And it answers the question, why does this business exist? Okay, so how do you answer it? Well, the format of a mission statement, just 4 to 8 powerful words. Be expressive. Communicate an image. So how do you do that? Well, consider this statement and fill in the blank. I wake up in the morning with passion and conviction to what? Well, that what is your mission statement. What gets you up in the morning to serve your clients? That's your mission statement. 4 to 8 powerful words, just fill in the blank. And when at the end of this, where I show you how you can actually do your own home study program and build your business plan of your own accord, we actually give you some exercises to help identify those 4 to 8 powerful words. Let's move on quickly, because I said this is fast and easy. So now you got to set some targets, some annual objectives, okay? This is going to be really cool because these are so fast to do. The answer to the question, what will be measured? What do you need? You just need a verb. You need a noun and a date. How easy is that? A verb, a noun, and a date. Let me give you an example. Achieve revenues December 31st, 2021 I'll use because we're presently in February 2021 right now, right? What will be measured? Achieve revenues of X amount by the date. And you just fill in the amount that you need, okay? Achieve average revenue per customer of. It's so easy. Here's the key. It's not what will be measured, it's what must be measured. As I said earlier, measurement does not set you up for failure. It sets you up for success because it allows you to ask the 2 most important questions in business, the 2 most powerful questions in business. Why is this happening? And what will we do about it? You can't do that if you don't know what's happening. And so you must measure those targets that you set forth as being the stepping stones to your vision, the mile markers along the journey. We want to keep it simple, and we're also going to keep it aligned. Now, I'm not sure who the target audience is for this conference, and what I'm going to make an assumption that we are solopreneurs and entrepreneurs, so I'm going to give you 5 really great objectives that link together so well. Okay, and I'm going to show you how. Again, take a screenshot after I deliver this to you. Achieve revenues of X amount by December 31st, 2021. Achieve average revenue per sale of X amount by December 31st, 2021. Close some sales. How about if we close some sales? How many do you need to close to get to your revenues? What's your close rate going to be with your prospects? And that will tell you how many sales conversations you need to have to get to your revenue. Now, let me show you an example so that you can see how these numbers align, okay? If I want to achieve $250,000 by the end of the year, and I sell a program or a service that costs my clients $10,000 on average, then I need to close 25 sales. The math doesn't lie. 25 times 10,000 is 250,000. But here's the thing. What if I can only close, I shouldn't say only, a 30% close rate would be exceptional, or certainly really, really good. So if we make an assumption about our close rate, then I now know that I need to engage in 85 sales. I'm rounding. I'm sure some of you are getting your calculators out and you're checking me. I think the actual answer is 83 point something. I'm going to round it up to 85 sales conversations for the year. That's 2 per week. So now I know I need 2 sales conversations every week in order to earn $250,000. So all I have to do really is focus on the marketing strategy that puts 2 Zoom meetings into my calendar every single week. Because when I get those 2 and I close at 30%, I will get my 25 sales. And if I'm selling a $10,000 program, the $250,000 is locked in. Thinking about the revenue and think about the marketing activity you need to get you to your success. Hope that's cool for you. Next, the element number 4 are strategies. Of the easy and fast business planning we encourage and have built the program to accomplish, strategies are somewhat the longest and the hardest. Strategies answer the question, how will this company be built? I liken strategies to the foundation of a home. You can't build a 10-story home on a 2,200 square foot foundation. It's simply going to blow over in the wind, okay? And so what we want to do is build strategies that give us a 55,000 square foot foundation, and we'll start building our business in just the first 2,200 square feet of it and expand, allowing us to grow bigger and broader as we achieve our successes. So how do we do that? Well, the format of a strategy, per the mammoth, are big, hairy, audacious goals. You probably heard that before, BHAG, big, hairy, audacious goals. And then identify 3 to 4 ways to implement towards the achievement of the big, hairy, audacious goal. Let's use an example, business planning. We're talking business planning. Let's have a strategy for successful and ongoing business planning. What's the BHAG? Perfect our business planning strategy. Perfect business planning. Now all I have to do is identify 3 to 4 ways to get us towards perfection. Complete the business plan easily and fast using our program. Engage in the plan minimum quarterly. Measure against the objectives and integrate it throughout the company for those on this in this session that are larger companies. We'll never get to perfection. What I know is that if we engage in these 3 to 4 ways of implementing our business planning system, we will move towards perfection. And now the all-important action plans. I hope I'm moving fast. I was going to say I apologize for moving fast. I actually hope I'm really moving fast and that you're seeing how easy and fast that this truly can be for you. So action plans answer the question, what work must be done? As I said, these are the little cars moving along the highway that help us get to where we want to get to. Again, let's keep it simple. All you need is a verb a project name, and a due date. An example, complete, the verb, website, relaunch, the name, due date by April 30th, 2021. Verb, name, due date, complete, website, relaunch by April 30th, 2021. You create 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 of those, and you will have the fundamentals of the most powerful work you need to do in order to begin to move you, firstly, to your objectives for the year, and ultimately onwards to your vision statement. Now, here's the thing. These are projects that produce results. So paying your sales tax for those countries like Canada that have a ridiculous amount of sales tax is not project work. That's just a critical must do in order to survive as a business owner. Okay, these are pieces of project work: build, complete, launch, write a book, for example. These are major action plans that move the business. Here's considerations for your action plans. Don't have more than 3 maturing in the quarter. In other words, don't have the dates all stacked February 8th, 2021. You won't get them done. Maximum 9. If you're a solopreneur or an entrepreneur with a small business still working towards your first $1 million, 9 is an absolute maximum. I'd even suggest that you keep it, to the tightest 6 or 7. When you have 3 per quarter and max out at 9, you'll create a rolling plan, because every quarter you're going to come back and reassess your progress. And as I alluded to earlier, sometimes the plan will lead you when you have no new ideas, and sometimes you will lead the plan when new ideas present themselves to you out of left field. And rather than knee-jerk with that new idea because your next door neighbor said you should be selling your consulting program out of an ice cream truck, whoa, hang on, neat idea, could work. I'd be interested in working with someone who wants to see if they could do that. Let's evaluate that idea from our neighbor in terms of the plan that we're working on. So 3 per quarter, maximum of 9, creating a rolling plan of action plans. Sometimes sometimes the plan will lead you, and sometimes you will lead the plan in terms of the project work to be done. And in its simplest format, this is not how we do it. We have a whole platform that you can engage in to build your business plan. And this is pre-Q4 2020. So this was the this was around September of last year. This is the kind of chart I would have created. And you can see that in Q1 and Q2, I'm already planning into 2021 because they're history. Q1 and Q2 2020 don't matter to me anymore. I'm looking forward into 2021. Okay, and you can see how I'm also going to tie some of the work together, because in Q3, I had the intention of developing a new service down here at the bottom. Where's my mouse? There we go. Well, you can't see the mouse all that well anyways, but in the bottom of the 3rd column, develop new service in August, right? Well, if I develop it, then I'm going to test it with existing clients in Q4, and then I'm ready to launch that new service after I've made changes to it in Q2 2021. You can link the project work together, or some of them will stand alone. And it's as simple as that. Incredible, isn't it? I know. I can hear you all cheering. Fantastic. This is the point where if you were in the studio at a sitcom, being recorded, they play the audience laughing in the background, applauding in the background, not laughing. But wait, hang on. There's still some more, right? Because I promised you one other element, and that is, how do we sustain this thing? As I said, a business long and hard or easy and fast that never gets implemented is still, in both formats, a complete and total waste of time. So here are our secrets for sustaining the business plan indefinitely. And our focus accountability system protocol is built around this concept, which nobody else that I've seen in the market offers. 7 steps. Every week, if you're going to plan 3 years out and bring that down to to annual objectives, well, let's have an intention to plan out our week. Stephen Covey, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, I recall it's secret number 4 that says, put the first thing first. Well, how do you put the first thing first if you're not even planning out your week? So we encourage you to take 15 minutes on a Monday, maybe a Sunday, whenever you're sitting and thinking about what needs to happen in the coming week. Plan out the action plan that needs to be done. And then take 30 minutes monthly to review the progress to the objectives and tweak your action plans. Because if you're ahead of your objectives, then how do you leverage even more? And if you're just at and you want to be ahead of your objectives, what can you do? What action plans can you introduce? And if you're not quite there, what do you do in the what do you need to do in the next quarter to catch up and move ahead so you're on track for the quarter? Then take 45 minutes quarterly to reset the action plans. This is within 90 days, you will have completed a good deal of work. Well, what's next? Always, and this goes with continuous improvement, always ask yourself, what's next? My daughter's girlfriends go crazy because they always walk in the door here. I've so ingrained into them this idea of what's next that they start asking me, hey, James, what's next? And we have a lot of fun with it. And that's what I really want to help all of you wrap your heads around. Oh, and look at that, a spelling error, pants. Then when you engage in your business plan, weekly, monthly, quarterly, there is so much less to do annually. And so it'll only take you 28.7 minutes, maybe up to 60 for the first year, but certainly by year 2, you're down to 28.7 minutes to reset the business plan. You're going to look at the vision statement, decide whether there's another 3 years in front of you, or you're going to massage that a little bit. You're going to leave the mission statement. Objectives, you reset them. Strategies are long-term. They shouldn't change. You may want to add one. You may want to massage one. And then you reset your action plans. Done, dusted. I swear to you, our year end is September 30th. On September 20th, I created our 2021 business plan in 28.7 minutes. Entirely doable. You got to measure, because with the measurement, you will understand what's happening, and you can ask those 2 most powerful questions in business. Why is it happening? And how do I respond? And celebrate your successes. That we beat ourselves up as business owners so badly, week after week. Take a moment in that 15-minute weekly session to start the week, celebrate what happened, because it's there. You just have to reflect for a moment on what it was. And finally, yes, it's a bit self-serving. I make no bones about it. It will work better. You will get the habits more successfully if you work with someone like Focus 31 over a 12-month period only to reinforce the right habits and the behaviors, and even use this as a sounding board for some of your business ideas. So those are the 7 ways to support your business plan and to keep it active in that synergy between you, your business plan, and yourself. So here's the thing. I hope you've been listening. I'm sure you've been listening. As a result of listening, you've now learned how you can create a business plan fast and easily. And to some extent, you have a sense of knowing how to do it. You'd want to have to review some of the detail. But here's the thing. As is typical with our learning process with conferences and webinars and the like, is that doesn't mean we're going to do anything. Listen, learn, know does not equal do, because the doing resides with our ability to get committed to taking action. And so I want to raise the words of the greatest management consultant known to the galaxy, Master Yoda. The man is absolutely brilliant. It's absolutely amazing to think in the total franchise of Star Wars that there was a moment, about 1 minute and 30 seconds in Star Wars 5, when Luke Skywalker is working on elevating his starfighter out of a pond. And they're practicing on rocks and then Luke is holding Yoda up on a foot or something, as I recall. But then they have to turn to the starfighter, and Luke has a whole different perspective. He says, "I'll try." And Yoda replies, "You must unlearn what you have learned." I want you to unlearn anything you've learned about business planning. It is invariably incorrect. Welcome my words into your world. And No, there is no try. There is do or do not. You see, try is a message to the unconscious mind that it's okay to fail. Imagine getting on a plane and the pilot says over the intercom, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try and fly to Timbuktu. Ladies and gentlemen, boy, oh boy, I'm getting off that plane as fast as I can. I want him to get us there or her to get us there. I do not want them trying to get us there. And I want you to really focus day in and day out. Listen to your own language with your children or your employees, how often this insidious word try makes its way into our conversation. It is destructive, absolutely destructive. It's okay to decide not to do. I just want you to evaluate why, if it's an important personal or business decision. Try is a message to the unconscious mind. So listen for it and think what is really being said if you think of try as a message that it's okay to fail. All right? I welcome your feedback on that. Listen, I'm running out of time. I've probably gone over by a little bit. I apologize. I'd like to give you more. There's no opportunity to do that here today. And yes, there is. Have two free offers for you. One, you're welcome for just participating today to download a free version of my international best-selling book, Chaos: How Business Leaders Can Master the Power of Focus. And I'm also giving you the opportunity to participate in our do-it-yourself business plan, Focus Yourself, a 7-module business planning program. We've just relaunched it early mid-January. We're really excited about it. It's no longer an timed email sequence. It's on a platform. We love it. We think you're going to love it too. You can get both of these gifts by simply emailing me, james@focus31.com, and just put yes, please. Nothing else. Just yes, please, and we'll get them to you. All right. Otherwise, you can go to the website for the free book. It's chaos:thepoweroffocus.com. Again, chaos:thepoweroffocus.com. Or for the business plan or the business plan, go to focusyourselfbusinessplan.com. By the way, both of them are .coms. Focusyourselfbusinessplan.com. I still think just send me the email, yes, please, and I'll respond immediately, and we'll get to the book and get you started into our 7-module business planning program. Hope you've enjoyed this. Crazy thinking, I know, way outside the box in terms of anything you've heard about business planning. It works. Our clients love it. I've loved presenting it to you today. Carry on with the rest of this program coming up, and I wish you all the best of success in your personal lives and your business lives. Bye for now, and I look forward to speaking to you.
So, wow, James, that's just incredible what you've been sharing with us. What a swift canter through how to do a business plan. So thank you so much for that. So I had a couple of questions if you've got a quick moment. Can I ask you some stuff?
Absolutely. If we have the time for it, Joe,
yeah,
nothing would give me.
We can put a couple in there. I get to choose the time on these. So I just wanted to say that bit about try. I had a coach and a mentor, and every time we said that, when we were in a classroom setting in those days, you had to do, 10, 20, 30 push-ups, whatever it is for you. And it really starts, you soon realize how often you use it. I mean, I'd really encourage people, really think about what James said there, because this summit is all about taking action. And if you're only going to try and take action, James knows with his background in psychology and NLP, that just means you're not going to do it. So really listen to your language and start writing down how many times a day you use the word try, and you will be shocked, as I was, how many times it was. And if you give yourself a little penalty every time you have to do it, it soon forces the mind to really think about that.
Absolutely. Fantastic. I love the idea of push-ups, some kind of consequence. Yeah, fantastic.
Exactly. Yeah. So just something maybe you can just clarify for me about the business plan, because when we're looking at the vision and the mission, we're looking 3 years out. And did I get it right that the objectives you're just doing on a yearly basis and then updating those each year? Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. The objectives are a 12-month fiscal year or calendar year, depending on what kind of business you're operating, unless there is something there, an outcome that is specific, not a piece of project work, but an outcome. If you want to get a fast start to the year, you could even set an objective shorter than a year. If you were, if you're loaded down with some debt and you wanted to cut that debt in half by the half year mark, the 6 month mark, you could actually create an objective that is shorter than the year. Typically though, we look at the full year.
Mm-hmm. And I was really shocked. Well, I'm not shocked, but I am shocked about that statistic right at the beginning. 80% of people don't have a plan. 10% of people have one that's too long, and 10% of people have one that's written by somebody else. So I'm kind of curious, in your experience, why don't people have the plan? I know for me in the past, it's been kind of a fear. Like if I put a plan together and then I don't make it, then I don't feel good about myself. So I'm just curious, what are some of the reasons why people don't create these plans? Because we kind of know, don't we? Without proper planning, we get performance.
Pre-COVID, I would sit in a coffee shop waiting for someone, a meeting the meeting participant to show up, and I have my copy of my book, my gift to them, out on the table, and somebody would walk by and go, "Wow, just seeing that really hits home. My business is in chaos, and I do need focus." And they'd drop off their card, and I'd agree to give them a call. The reason we don't business plan is we just get used to, in many respects, being in chaos, and we never live with focus. And changing habits is really, really hard. It's February 7th or 8th tonight. Yep. I've lost track of what it is. Many of us will have made resolutions to start the new year, especially for 2021. Lots of resolutions. Here's the reality: resolve is done and dusted typically by the 18th to the 21st of January. And now we're back into our old habits. So while we've made it easy and fast, the commitment is not easy and fast. And that's why I'm recommending having some coach working with you, okay? We don't business plan because we perceive or have been told it takes too long. It's arduous. And yes, there's that. If the tree falls in the woods and nobody's there to hear it, does it really fall? I don't want to know what's happening with my business. I just want to live in a nebulous world where I think I'm having fun. I think I'm doing what I want to do. And I think I'm making some nonsense. The greatest danger we all face is not that we aim too high and miss, but that we aim too low and achieve. That's from Michelangelo. I'll suggest, I've reworked it because I've talked to a whole lot more modern day business owners than Michelangelo has. The greatest danger we all face is not that we aim too high and achieve, but that we aim too low and still, sorry, not that we aim too high and miss, but that we aim too low and still miss. Connect to the possibilities, and you can get to those possibilities closer than if you do nothing at all and stay just doing the same old over and over again, which we know is the definition of insanity. Break the cycle. Let's get to a business plan. Let's get it done.
Wow. Yeah. Now there's some real food for thought, everyone. Get your business plan will give you focus. So remember on day one, everyone, when, we were talking about the power of purpose, that feeds in obviously to your vision statement, what you want to do. So you've already done through day one, the first part of this plan. So just fill out the rest of it. And, I love that this doesn't have to be some big arduous task. I know in the past in the corporate world, I had a good old thick business plan for my division, a PowerPoint deck, on and on and on. And exactly, you do that and you never even look at it, short and sharp, something you can stick on the wall and see, or, visual, or however you want to do, put all these elements, 7 elements together, is really important because it gives you that North Star, where to go. And right now, so many businesses are in chaos. We've all had to pivot, change, do things differently. So if you don't have some direction about where you're going, as James said, you are going to end up nowhere, and would you just end up, I don't know, sticking your head in the ground. I love that when you said, because I think some business owners don't want to know how bad it is for them right now. And the ignorance is bliss comes up, doesn't it, for some people like that?
Exactly.
So,
and ignorance is bliss. You'll feel good, but you're not. There's a gorilla You know, it's not a gremlin on your shoulder that's saying you're kidding yourself. It's a gorilla you're carrying around, and you will start to slouch and slouch some more. Let's kick that gorilla to the curb and get you walking with confidence and purpose, and get to where you want to get to. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's truly exciting when you start to break through on some of the ideas that stay in your head. We implement. We don't keep ideas in our head.
Yeah. Okay. Well, James, I'm so conscious that we've been running for a long time. So thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. On behalf of myself and Tom Matson, my co-host here for the Do Good and Make Money Summit, we are so grateful for the such practical solutions you've given us. Because I said this summit's all about, and I love what you were talking about, taking practical action. Attending a summit is great, but we want you to go out, do good in the world and make money. And you're only going to do that if you take practical actionable steps, which is what we've been aiming to give you throughout this summit, so that you can go away and do things. So thank you so much as well for your gift. Super functional, you know, go through the steps in James's program and just start crafting it and just start making a difference. And, you know, we'd love to hear in, you know, a year's time where you got with your business plan, you know, and all the results you've had, because I know that if you do things like business plans and you've got that focus and strategy about where you're going, you will get the results. It's just inevitable. So James, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. And for everyone else on the summit, we will see you later on today at 6 p.m. Pacific for the next speaker, Dr. Kim Redman, who has some interesting perspectives for us on how to live an abundant life. And James, I know you know her, so I think we're in for a real treat there.
You've got to show up for that one, ladies and gentlemen. She's an amazing speaker with incredible ideas. Love her to death.
All right. So once again, James, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your practical, actionable ideas. And we really, really appreciate everything. Thank you.